Hey Temple Touring fans, Hillary here. Welcome to part 2 of our Oakland, California episode. If you missed part 1, we invite you to watch that too, because as you may remember, Temple Touring was invited to attend Media Day for the open house of the Oakland Temple. And while it was an opportunity we couldn't pass up, we did have to make it a quick trip. So in this episode, we're going to show you some great things to do if you only have about a weekend in the Oakland, San Francisco area. First, we'll meet up with my friend Ameri, a San Francisco native. Then hop a big bus tour and let someone else do the driving while we take in the sights and chat. We'll find some great healthy food options, then counter that with some fresh, locally made ice cream. Breathe in the atmosphere at Fisherman's Wharf. Watch some windsurfers and get our feet wet at Alameda Beach. Run into some prom goers at the Temple of all places. Grab a burger from Patty's, and of course the reason we're here, a walk through the Temple Open House and a visit with Elder Cook. The wheels on the bus go round and round during this weekend trip to Oakland and this episode of Temple Touring, the ultimate temple tour. So, welcome to Oakland, everyone, where the favorite pastime is driving. But at least you get a good view, and that's if you can look at it, right? At least you get a good view if you can see it. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I think that's pretty cool. Well, we're on our way downtown to meet my friend Ameri, and we're going to go see some sights. If you see over there, I'm not sure if you can see that. That's Alcatraz over there. And there's the Golden Gate Bridge, brothers and sisters. Ooh. Yep. So anyway, having a good time. So we're going to check in later. I first met Ameri over a decade ago through a social website. Yep, you heard that right, website called LDS Linkup. Right before the boom of the social network, young adults like myself who wanted to connect and keep track of friends around the world would chat on websites like this. Ameri and I met once and have been friends ever since. And now through texts and Instagram, we cheer each other on through life. Since it's been so long since I've seen her, I'm really excited to see where life has taken her. First time ever doing a bus tour, so I think that this is gonna be pretty fun.
Yeah. It's actually my first time too. Yeah. I live here and I never come down.
Right.
Like you just never do.
Yeah.
So, and usually if my friends or family come to visit, I'm like, okay, you guys go down there, and when you're done, I'll take you somewhere around here or whatever. So.
Well, I feel privileged and lucky that you came with
but
us.
I kind of wanted to do this. I thought, oh, that'd be fun to do it because I've seen it in London and other places.
Right?
So I'm like, why not do it in my favorite city?
Yeah, right? Mm-hmm. Well, and apparently Big Bus Tours, a little plug for them, but they have this all over the place, and apparently they're based in Oakland.
Oh, I can see that.
Yeah, so they've got them all over the place.
Because this is everywhere there.
Yeah.
The red buses.
Yeah.
I can
And
see that.
so choose a city, and they probably have a bus there. So
yeah, I've seen them quite a few times in my travels. So yeah. The best. I don't know if you ever had egg tarts. Oh, but the best egg tarts in the city are in Chinatown at this place called Golden Gate Bakery. Yeah, and they're so good. And people wait hours in line sometimes.
Seriously?
Yeah, because they can only make maybe 40 at a time. The Facebook page is not them. It's this woman that lives across the street in an apartment, and she watches it. And then if they put a note on the door, she'll go look at it. And then the Facebook page is people saying, "Oh, they're open today. Oh, they're gonna open." And then someone will go and ask, "When are you opening?" They're like, "Oh, around 3." And so they'll post it on the page. So
that's hilarious. People are such fans that they keep a look at.
Well, the lady across the street is a gem because she runs the page and there's a website for it, and she literally just goes and looks and watches, and I'm just like, that's so cute.
Yeah, that's really sweet.
Guardinos and Tarantinos are really old. They've been here for like over 100 years or something, and everyone goes there for seafood. They're really popular. And, if you want a fish sandwich or a crab roll or something, or a lobster roll, they have really good ones. It's all fresh.
Wow.
If you're into
that kind of thing. If you like a lobster roll.
If you're here, oh my gosh, you know what you should do tomorrow? It's from 11 to, maybe 10, maybe 11, maybe 10. Either 10 or 11 to like 2, but it's called Presidio Picnic.
Okay.
And it's in the Presidio, which is very close to here. Yes.
Gorgeous.
Okay, well, right where the grassy knoll is, they have a ton of food trucks, and then they have like cornhole and like games like Big Jenga, music, but on 3 sides of it is nothing but local food trucks, and then on one side of it is like small local businesses. And if you're a foodie, Presidio Picnic is like so amazing to go to. I love it. Yeah.
And is that like every Sunday or?
It's every Sunday from like March to like September-ish sometime, and then there is one on Thursday nights too. There's Presidio Night.
Ameri is one of the most dynamic people I know. She grew up around the world, served in the army, speaks 4 languages including fluent Farsi, donates most of her income to charity, and works to free human trafficking victims. All of this while being kind, independent, and a human encyclopedia.
Like even before though, I've always had a service heart, and I've always had like
I knew that about you when I met you.
Yeah, but like living so like below my means has helped me appreciate my life more and what I have, and then it's allowed me to be able to help more people and to be involved in more causes, and just kind of sit back and realize like what is really important to me in my life and what I want to be doing with my life, and not just living like day to day and not just living to work or working to live.
Right.
Like I want to actually live and I want to make a difference. So yeah.
So you're administered to, is it a youth group or?
So I used to be a youth pastor a long time ago, and so now I still get asked to like speak to them, and I get asked to speak to a lot of churches in regards to volunteering, because I actually work in human trafficking.
Oh wow.
So yeah, that's my job. I work for a company where we work in human trafficking, and so a lot of people don't know, but the vast majority of organizations that help women and children and men get out of trafficking are not run by governments. They're run by nonprofits.
Right, like Underground Railroad.
Some are like that. Some are very grassroots, but it's big organizations like International Justice Mission and A21 and Helping Hands and Polaris. Polaris is really huge here in the Bay Area. But it's organizations like that that actually help with human trafficking and actually make a difference versus like a government. Actually, governments come to our company for software purposes and investigative services. Oh, one thing I love about the city is that like not only do they have all these bicycles you can rent, but they also have scooters, like
the electric
actual
scooters?
Yeah, electric scooters, but then like razor scooters.
Oh,
You get
cool.
to, yeah.
Am I ripping your my luscious locks? You did.
Be sure to take a little cash for Uber drivers, buskers, and toll roads if you're driving. Ameri recommends a jacket as frequent weather changes can take even the hardiest of local off guard. Oh, and don't forget a hair tie of some sort, kids, because wind is a certainty and you want to be nice to the people behind you. I have to say that taking the bus tour is probably one of the better ideas, especially if you walked San Francisco and vowed you would never do it again. If you've got children, if you've got older people, and if you've got injuries, then this is probably the best way to go, especially in the warmer weather, because you've got the nice sunshine, you've got everything here, and you can talk and chat and not have to worry about maybe getting hit by a bus that we're on. But yeah, so definitely consider taking the bus tour. Yes, it's touristy, but I mean, you're here as a tourist anyway. What kind of pretense is that? Be the tourist, own it, wear the hat. While there's no shortage of awesome restaurants to eat at in the Oakland, San Francisco area, we decided to hop off our big bus tour near the southwest side of Golden Gate Park and walk the 2 blocks to Lemonade seasonal food and refreshment and Ameri's favorite ice cream joint in the city, San Francisco's Hometown Creamery. Lemonade has a wide menu that accommodates for vegetarian, keto, vegan, kids, sweet tooths, and omnivores like me. With a bright, clean, and quiet atmosphere, it'll be a nice rest for you and your people. At San Francisco's Hometown Creamery, we had fresh mint chip ice cream and what turned out to be my favorite, apple pie a la mode ice cream, both with chunks of delightful goodness in them. They rotate their flavors frequently, so at any given time there could be bananas Foster or Anko ice cream or even a hibiscus lime sorbet. The employees are friendly and helpful, and you may even see one of their food trucks at the local rallies. There really is so much to do in the Oakland Temple area. There are so many museums that'll make your head spin, but the big bus tour was worth it with over 20 sites to see. The option to hop on and off the bus, and a bike rental included. It made sense to let someone else do the driving so that we could get the most out of our short visit. The bus offered free Wi-Fi and headphones with a narration for the sights that you see. And the open-top bus offers unhindered views and is family-friendly with seatbelts for the littles.
We're turning, we're going to Union Square.
So, Ameri, we're a little bit windblown because we just came across the Golden Gate Bridge, but this has been really awesome having you. Thank you for joining us and for showing us your town and knowing so much about all of this. Like, you have been an encyclopedia. This is incredible.
Oh, thank you.
So we'll let you get off the bus near your house here, and hopefully we'll get to see each other again.
Yes, I've really enjoyed my time, and the conversation has been really great.
Yeah. So thanks for being our contact here. Love your guts.
Thank you. Love your guys.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Bye. After our fun afternoon with Ameri and the obligatory selfie, we headed back to Fishermans Wharf, which is home base for big bus tours here in San Francisco and is extremely walkable. And while touristy, there is a reason for it. There's boat tours of the bay and Alcatraz available here, as well as souvenir shopping, museums, and seafood. Not to mention sea lion and people watching. Many people don't know this, but like many cities in the West, some of San Francisco and Oakland's first settlers were members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. 238 men, women, and children made a very difficult journey around Cape Horn aboard the Brooklyn and landed in what is now Yerba Buena. Soon after, they would establish the first newspaper, school, library, and bank in California. A visit to the Society of California Pioneers Museum in the Presidio of San Francisco could help you dive deeper into your pioneer roots. Not too far from the temple itself is the Robert W. Crown State Beach, also known as Alameda Beach, where we stopped to put our toes in the sand. The sun was perfect. There was a nice view of the city in the distance, and it's wheelchair accessible. It was about as windy as our bus tour, but that's a good thing because there's wind and kite surfing rental available for your enjoyment. And man, it was nice to be at the beach. It seems like every time I go to the Oakland Temple, there is something happening on the grounds. With the Interstate Center and the Visitor Center on the grounds, it's a haven for community events. Over the weekend, they hosted prom for a local high school, which could you get a better backdrop than that? They also welcomed local media in for a tour of the temple itself, and had a day set up especially for the youth to go through. The Sisters in the Visitor Center are always welcoming, and there's a family history center there too, where everyone is welcome.
Podrán tener felicidad alguna vez.
Qué bonita.
Our tour of the temple was unforgettable. The updates are stunning. And hearing Sister Corden and her husband Derek's testimonies of eternal families while sitting in the sealing room was incredibly moving. Our interviews with Elder Cook, Stevenson, and Gerard were so fun, and you could really tell that they have a great love for the temple and the single members of the church. Of Temple Touring, the Ultimate Temple Tour. Do you have any words of advice or anything that you would like to say to the single members of the church?
Well, the single members are very, very dear to us as they serve in the temple as temple workers to help people that are coming through the temple. They have callings in the church at all levels, and they're just so incredibly important to us. And in our doctrine, if they live righteously, they'll be entitled to all the blessings that have been promised to those who are faithful. Nothing will be withheld. And we love them, we appreciate them. We want them to stay on the path, stay in the boat,
Right.
and live as righteously as they can. We need them and we love them.
Thank you so much. I really
Thank you.
appreciate that.
Thank you.
After some time on temple grounds, we were a little hungry and found that across the overpass that leads to the temple are a few little local eateries, which I can see coming in handy after a session. We opted for hamburgers and fries from Patties and Buns Burgers over pizza or sandwiches. And let me tell you, they hit the spot. And now for a little church history. The Oakland, California temple was originally dedicated by then church president David O. McKay on November 17, 1964. Since then, the temple has been closed from time to time for minor repairs, but in February of 2018, the temple was closed for substantial renovation, making it over 50 years since the temple was open to the public for a look-see. With all the excitement and bustle at the temple grounds over the weekend, it was obvious that the 9,000 plus members of the church in the area really missed their temple. I've always said that I know some of the most amazing people in the world, and Ameri is no exception. I'd like to thank her for being our guide. This quick trip to Oakland has been fun, inspiring, and motivating. I feel like I need to visit all the temples, and I feel like you should come with me. But for now, it's time to head back home to plan the next adventure. Thank you, Oakland, for having a temple to visit, and thanks to all those who helped bring this episode about. I'm humbled and I feel very blessed at the prospect of doing more. I hope you had fun too, and maybe got an idea or two of what to do with your family or single friends in the Oakland Temple area. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Temple Touring. We look forward to meeting up with you again, and who knows where we're going to be next time. Happy Temple Touring! If you liked what you just experienced, please like, share, tag someone, and leave an encouraging comment. With your help, more of these will be possible. Thanks, friends!